For years, this atheist tried to deny what he saw during shocking NDE. Hey everyone! How's it going? I want to talk about near-death experiences NDEs today. Before we dive in, let me give you a quick background. When I was a kid, my home life was tough. Lots of fighting and drama. So, I spent a ton of time alone, hiding in closets or under beds. Without any distractions, I started noticing the energy around me. It was kind of like meditating, even though I was just a little kid. As I got older, chaos became normal for me. If there wasn't any chaos, I'd make some. I didn't really care about my safety or if I lived or died. I took risks and got myself into dangerous situations. One time there was a fire in my house. Gas had been leaking, and I breathed it in all night. When the fire started, I couldn't move. I fell out of bed, but I didn't feel any pain. That's because I wasn't in my body anymore. I found myself looking down at my body from the corner of the room. There was a bright light shining on me, full of love and kindness. It felt amazing. I moved toward the light, feeling happier and happier. At the end of a tunnel, there was a being telling me it was okay to come closer. I put my trust in the being I saw, even though it was hard for me to believe in things like that. I had a tough relationship with my father, and seeing him so upset made me want to go back to my body. I asked the being if I could go back, and somehow I got another chance. When I woke up, I was on the floor with paramedics around me. They wanted to take me to the hospital, but I felt fine. I tried to tell them about the light and the voice I heard, but they didn't understand. People thought I was crazy when I told them about my near-death experience. I didn't believe in God or anything like that, so I tried to forget about it. The pain when I came back to my body was awful. Every injury I ever had hurt 10 times worse. I wished I had stayed in the light. But even though I didn't believe in God, I felt like something was looking out for me. It saved me from dangerous situations many times. Once I was in a car accident that I think I made happen because I was unhappy with my job. I crashed into a bunch of cars, but somehow I ended up okay. I remember a policewoman trying to open the door on my side, asking if I was alive. I was crunched inside, barely able to move, but I managed to wiggle my finger to signal that I was alive. I drifted in and out of consciousness, but once again, I escaped death. I have no idea why they saved me. As a young person unafraid of death, putting myself in harm's way and not caring much about anything, I had crossed over to the other side and back. I had this experience with energy as a child, opening a portal to the other side, allowing energies to pass through me. Years passed, my marriage fell apart quickly, but I still had my kids. As they grew older, I felt it was time to start dating again. I did well for myself, raising my kids, but I was alone. So I tried online dating and came across a woman who stood out to me. I felt a connection, deeper than anything I'd felt in a long time. I emailed her, jokingly introducing myself as her future husband. Surprisingly, she responded, and we got married soon after. She's undoubtedly my soulmate. However, things took a strange turn when we met. Up until then, the energies I'd seen were abstract. But when I met her, the energy took the form of what looked like a human being. It wasn't physical, I saw it with my mind's eye. It was like a movie screen opened up in my mind, and I saw a man who said to me, "I messed up. I made a mistake. You can help her. I cannot. I don't know who the man is or why he's there. I've never experienced anything like this before, and I don't understand what he's talking about." At first, I brushed it off, thinking it was just my imagination. I'm sober now, so I can't even blame it on that. But he keeps coming back, repeating the same words I messed up. I made a mistake. You can help her, I cannot. It's like an 8-second video loop playing in my mind over and over and over. I'm starting to think I'm going insane because insanity is something I can grasp. I still don't believe in spirits or anything else. It's all completely ridiculous to me. I've always viewed the things I've seen as signs of my own mental instability. Now, I have to make provisions for my children. I need to ensure my will is in order and that I have a do not resuscitate order because I refuse to be revived again. If there's a light, I'm going into it. I have to tell this woman, whom I've just met and fallen in love with, that I'm losing my mind. As if this story isn't crazy enough, she happens to be a doctor of psychology and neurology. I expect her to dismiss me, maybe even label me as insane, and never want to see me again. But that's not what happens. Instead, she listens to me asking about what I saw and how I saw it. I describe the man to her husky, with a beard, moustache, and thick black hair, wearing a specific shirt that holds significance. To my surprise, she says, "Oh my God, that sounds like my dad." I'm taken aback because her dad is deceased. She then explains her experiences with mediums, how her dad comes through very powerfully in their sessions. I'm completely clueless about mediums and reluctant to explore this further. But she assures me, suggesting we both visit a prominent medium in our area. She believes it could help us understand what's happening. I said, "Okay, let's do it. What have I got to lose so?" We went to meet the medium. The moment I walked in, she asked, "How can I help you?" I replied. "Well, I'm losing my mind." She chuckled slightly and gestured for me to sit down, prompting me to explain what was going on. As I started describing the vibrations and the sense of a presence in the room, she interrupted me, saying, "Stop confused." I asked why. She explained that what I was describing, seeing things on a mental movie screen, was exactly how mediums perceive spirits. I was taken aback but also felt a sense of relief mixed with newfound pressure. What was I supposed to do with this ability that was suddenly controlling me? The medium pointed out that when I shared my experience with my wife, the presence disappeared. It was her dad, delivering a message. Once I conveyed it, he left. Understanding dawned on me, and she became my mentor for the next year. Her own journey from being misunderstood as a child with a gift to becoming a respected medium gave me solace and a sense of normalcy. Through this experience, I learned that negative emotions persist but fade quickly. I began seeing life in a more positive light, which felt almost magical considering my past. Today, I wake up grateful for my amazing life. I've come to believe that our perception shapes reality, echoing Shakespeare's words, "Nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so." I firmly believe that we are all connected, originating from one source, whether you call it the universe or God. Harming others is akin to harming oneself, a concept crucial for a better world. We are all part of that divine light I experienced, and one day we'll all return to it. Until then, I wish you all well. Thank you for joining me today. We're all in this journey together.